I know what you're thinking, and I know what you're looking for. I know why you're here on YouTube. There's something that you need to figure out because you realize it's super important. And what is that one thing? That one thing is what you should be doing now. We are in a pullback in this bull run, it is clear. And that is okay. It happened several times during a bull run for those of you that are not around. But today, I'm going to be talking to you guys about exactly what you should be doing right now. I'm not a financial advisor. Well, first and foremost, welcome to BitBoy X. I am your humble host, the BitBoy. And today, we're going to be talking about what you should be doing right now in this bull run. And it's very, very, very important. But of course, if you want to join our community here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, become a member of the Bit Squad, the highest IQ investors in all the interwebs. Now, listen, when it comes to what you should be doing right now, let's lay out the scenario of where we are right now. We have tore past 100K. We hit 108. We were almost to 110K. At that point, a $108,000 threshold had been broken. It was time for a pullback, and I think we're going to see pullbacks basically at every $10,000 increment after $118,000, or excuse me, after $108,000, all the way up until the end of the bull run, which I think will be around $138,000 to $140,000, and then that will be a pullback that we don't come back from. Now, here's what you need to understand, though. We're really, now in my opinion, I thought we were a little further in this bull run. I think now I see the plan is going to be to control the price throughout this bull run to keep things positive for most of the year, for 2025. So what does this mean? Okay, this means that it looks like what we're going to see in this bull run, based on history, based on what I'm hearing, based on institutional investing, based on where the chart is today and where things are, I think that what we are now going to see is a little bit different than what I had said previously. Previously, I said I thought we were going to see one run up to 140K probably by the end of quarter one of next year, and then another run up in the back half of the year that would not get back up to those levels. I don't think that's what we're seeing now. I think what we're seeing now is a slow, methodical game. I think what we're seeing is a mission to get the price to $140,000 approximately. And the way to do that is not going to be by, one quick move all the way up. That's not what's going to happen here. What we're going to need to see is we're going to need to see several controlled movements, okay? So we're going to see a lot of dramatic price swings, and that's good in Bitcoin because volatility is our friend. That's where we make all the money. Remember, the money is made in the moves. And so that's really what you should be doing right now, is preparing how you're going to make the maximum amount of money on the next move. Because in my opinion, I think the next move, it doesn't mean it's happening tomorrow. I'm talking about a significant move is going to be back to the upside. And I think it's probably going to be the inauguration of Donald Trump that's going to usher that in, the build towards that once we get past New Year's here, okay? And I really thought that we would see some things that we didn't see around Christmas. We were faked out a little bit by the lack of a Santa rally, as they call it. But ultimately, what this has done for me is really tuned in exactly what I think is happening with this bull run. So what you should be doing right now is positioning yourself to make money on the next move up. Because, a lot of the people that make tons of money in crypto, they don't look at it like I've got one Bitcoin right now and in 70 years it's going to be worth this. That's not really the way that people do it. The money's made in the move. So you get money in the market, a move to the upside happens, you take the profit. Now you anticipate the move back to the downside, which would probably, we go back up to 118K, let's say, by the end of January or February or March or somewhere thereabouts in quarter one. If we see that happen, then where are the pullbacks going to be? I think we're going to see pullbacks range into kind of the previous range for Bitcoin. What do I mean by that? Well, the previous range for Bitcoin was it couldn't get above 98.5, and it dropped below that, and now it's bouncing down in between that 90 and 98.5. That's a big range. So I think that in the next run up to 118K, that what we'll probably see from Bitcoin is we'll probably see it return into the into the 98.5 to $108,000 region. So go back into the the low 100s. And so when we're anticipating the price to go big to the upside and then having a pullback to the downside, you need to think about where can you put your money to maximize. Of course, you can leverage trade with Phemex. We've got our Phemex partnership, of course, our exclusive trade partner or exchange partner of choice. You guys can check them out. They are a sponsor of the channel, obviously, but in all seriousness, that is the way a lot of the big money is made, is anticipating big moves on the market with leverage trading. It doesn't have to be 10x, 20x, it can be 2, 3x even. You're maximizing your potential with not a ton of risk, as long as you're having, you know, proper stop loss, proper risk management things going on there. But additionally, here's what most of you need to hear, and this is how most of you need to kind of shift your thinking into how to make money, not how am I going to be rich in, you know, 2 years if one of my coins I hit the lottery with it, right? Which is the way a lot of you think. You need to be thinking, Bitcoin's at 93K right now. We know it's going back up. I'm almost positive it's going back up. And we're gonna set new all-time highs again, okay? Trump's coming into presidency, a lot of exciting things for crypto. We're going to see it. You're seeing controlled pullbacks right now, okay? So I believe we're gonna see Bitcoin get up at least to 118K or thereabouts, and then we'll judge after that move what it's going to do. But if you know that, and you can track whether it's Bitcoin itself or whether you can track altcoins that seem to follow along and go on a little bit better of a trajectory than Bitcoin when Bitcoin moves, then you can take some of your spot positions or your stablecoin positions and you can put them into a coin or a trade. And when the move happens, and this is where most of you fail, you pull the profits. You take them. You take the profits. You don't owe any of these coins or these communities anything. You take the profits, period. That's what you do. And then you know what you do? You set that money aside. Maybe you put it in stable coins. Maybe you set it somewhere else. And what's going to happen is you're going to sit and you're going to wait. And you're going to wait for that move down again. And you can either anticipate that move down by putting a low leverage short on the market, or you, not right now, I'm talking about once it goes back up to 118, or you can keep your money in your stables and just wait for a dip. And then when the dip occurs, you come in and you buy more assets than you had before because you took the profits. Whereas most of you sit and watch your coins go up and then watch them go down. You watch them go up, you watch them go down. You're not pulling the profits like you're supposed to, because there's a little thing in the back of your head that tells you this, and I know what it says. It tells you this. Yeah, but this coin could be the one. This could be the one that just goes up forever. Can't be. You know how I know that? Because the institutions control the coins that go up forever. They control those, and they do it slowly, and sometimes they do it in spikes to surprise people, but it's not like the lottery. You can't unscratch it. Just anything happens because you have a coin. For a coin truly to have long-term, you know, success in its future, it has to have institutional adoption. And if it does, because that's what's driving this, guys. We are part of TradFi now. We're part of finance. This is where we're at. So guys, I hope that helped you out a little bit to understand what you should be doing right now. We are in a lull. You shouldn't be doing anything drastic right now. You should be playing on another leg up, but protect yourself in case it were go down in the $78,000 region. It's definitely possible. I don't think it's going to happen right now. I think it will in the future. But because of that, you know, you definitely should be using proper risk management. Don't get yourself over leveraged, but there are some really good opportunities out there as we anticipate making money in the moves. All right, guys, that is all I got for you today. Be blessed.